It's an egg hand grenade. I think that is one of the Soviet links. Welcome to the History Hunter. And what is going on? Let's just put this into some context. We are on this WW2 road trip to the Eastern Front, made possible by all of you incredible people. We are bringing the metal detector, a little pinpointer, some digging tools, and we are at a couple of ridges between a little valley. So there are two ridges, like small hillsides, and the Germans created some trench systems there. So what we're basically doing is that we're going to see if we can find traces of the last stand where the Germans met the Red Army out there. So why don't you join us and let's go out and see what today will be all about. If you haven't already, you can help us out by watching the video in full. Don't skip. If you skip, you lose the context and you won't help us with YouTube algorithm. And you can watch more of our videos if you want to. But now let's go out there to the Eastern Front where these two ridges are and see if the past will share something with us. Welcome to the History Hunter. Welcome to the Eastern Front. It is History Hunter and Eagle Eyes. We are out here. We are going to see if we can find some pieces of the past to share with you. So why don't you join us and let's go out to the forests of death and see if history will share anything with us here today. I'm going to do some recordings here with regular camera, and it's going to be exciting. It's just a tiny little hill, but we have expectations that there could have happened something here between the Red Army and the Germans, and that's all to it. We're going to share whatever we find, and an iron signal there, so I think that would maybe be our first little target. Lots of shrapnel and splinter pieces everywhere, but that's just how it is. Nothing you can do about that. So we'll start with this one. Of course, we never know what's going to come up. What is that? Oh, that's one of the famous splinters, and there will be millions of these here. I mean, literally millions.
They're annoying.
Got something going on here. Sounded like maybe a brass thing. I'm going to take all of this. There is something there. What? Porcelain? You gotta be kidding me. That can't be. Of course. Wait, what is that? Is that the piece? Oh, it's a razor. See that? That's a razor from a German soldier. That's a razor.
Nothing more.
So maybe that shard was something that he carried, and then you have this tiny little Wehrmacht razor. Or wow, that is powerful. This once belonged to a German soldier that was right here. He was sitting here, maybe shaving for the last time in his life, and then we come and we actually find that little piece. So nothing special. But for me, the personal items are just so fantastic to find because they tell the story of a regular guy out here being a regular man, but unfortunately in the settings of war. Got something here, mixed type of signal. Could be a huge splinter, it's a different kind of shell. Looks like a circular thing actually.
What's that?
I don't know. We're going to dig very carefully around it and check it out. I think that is one of the Soviet links for the machine cannons they had. Massive. We're going to check out the diameter and all of that, so maybe we can figure out what exactly it is, but that's a very nice find. Means that right here some of these links came off. Is it from an aircraft illusion? I don't know, but just look at this forest here. It's so crazy, but it still helps us to find the story of the past. Amazing. In every forest area around here, there was skirmish between the Red Army and the Germans, and it's a mayhem. It's just so many places that things could have happened. Like there is a 76, and all of these small areas has their own peculiarities with the different kind of things in the ground. So what we're doing is just randomly trying to see if we can find pieces of the activity. Somewhere there. On this side.
I think I see it.
I don't know. Somewhere here. Give me a second.
What the?
That is a Soviet cartridge. Yep, that's a Soviet cartridge.
Continuity?
No, it's I'm not 100% sure. They have some tank rifles. It can also be a machine cannon. It's not from a vehicle because it wouldn't have been up here. It has a dent. So this is a piece of the Red Army equipment, and maybe on the end here eagle eyes can see a date. Sometimes they are dated, but not as often as the German ones. Wonderful. This Eastern Front road trip is very exciting. We are discovering more and more interesting areas, and just want to say a massive thank you to all of you who have supported us in this work that we do. So greatly appreciated. There's something here for you, eagle eyes. Right there, you see it there? So thank you everybody for helping us out to find and go out and share history with you, so we can share as much as possible. And it's like a never-ending story for us, but we do want to share as much as we can with you. Got 69 signal there, so we're going to do that one. Eagle eyes found more splinter. This is actually a detonator from this typical detonator from what's inside a German potato masher hand grenade. Also going to see if I can show an image of that. That's a splinter again, so that means that this piece came from the Germans, and German activity and the shelling from the Red Army. Something going on here. There you go. That is insanely heavy duty piece of the Soviet artillery. See that? That is crazy. This is shrapnel. Oh, splinter, you decide. But this came swooshing through the air, hundreds of kilometers per hour, and then boom, ending up here. Always wondered how it would be to be a young man here at these gun positions, knowing that a couple of millions of Red Army people or soldiers would come hunting for you. Must have been absolutely terrifying. This was the last stand. This was where the Germans thought they would keep the Red Army out from Berlin. Of course, we know all the outcome of that, but it must have been very terrifying to be here during those few weeks of fighting. Oh, it's a brass band from artillery shell. Just tiny little piece, but it's the band that goes around it to make a twist in a barrel. Just a tiny little piece of it. Here you can see another trench system starting right here. It's on the edge of the hill, and this is the second defensive line. The first defensive line is over there. Then they have the support second area, and it runs over here. It runs continuously along the ridge of this little hillside. Then the hill kind of turns and goes down into a valley, and it goes up again to another valley, another hill, which is even more fortified with more trenches. So this is where they were anticipating that the Red Army would come up, and that is why they have all the trench system here. Just as I'm sitting here having a little break with Eagle Eyes, I want to say a massive thank you to all of you subscribing, commenting, sharing, giving us a thumbs up, a heart. It's absolutely because of you, but one thing you can do to help us out is to watch the videos in full. because that is the way that YouTube algorithm works. It helps us out if every second is viewed, and we thank you for that. Thank you, our Patreon team members. Absolutely incredible to see that you are in there for us, and the team are doing discoveries together, and I'm glad for that. Thank you to all of you who help us out on donations on PayPal. But I promised that some of you have done something even more special for us on this trip. You have donated to the Super Thanks feature, which is this little feature here. Beautiful way for you to help us out to get some gasoline into the fuel tank. But nevertheless, I said that for all of you who donate specifically for the Eastern Front trip, I said I'll make you historical. In that way, I can kind of bring you along like this. And I want to say thank you for the Eastern Front donations.
Thank you everyone for the...
Yeah, thank you. Eagle Eye says, you are the guys and girls who did something very special for us. I'm so glad for that. In this way, you are historical, and I have ants all over my place.
You have one right
Take
there.
it away. But I want to say thank you so much for being in there for us, and thank you for the Eastern Front trip donations from all of you. But of course, also thank you from the bottom of our hearts to each and every one of you. But I said I want to do something special with all of you who did that. So thank you, and that is the reason why we are out here. Eagle Eyes just had something going on under here. He was actually playing around here, and suddenly, look at that. That is amazing. That is a German 20mm from the Flak 38 or something like that. That is exciting. Use the pinpointer. It was just there. Wow. So, once upon a time, more? Wow. Could it really be? Another one? Okay. Oh, there's something there. Oh, a splinter. Look at that. So we have a splinter, and we have something more. You had 20mm anti-aircraft gun cartridge, which they probably used either up towards the ear or... That is exciting. That is what it's all about, to find these small pieces of the past, and that's exactly what we did here. And that means that the Germans had a 20mm right here. That is what we came for, and I am just loving that. An Eagle Eye, he is Eagle Eye for a reason. Look right there. There's a whole bunch of 20mm cartridges. Look at that.
And splinters.
This is exactly why Eagle Eyes is Eagle Eyes. Look at that. Oh my goodness.
1 second.
There's one. Look at that. Let them see that. There's one.
Take them off.
There's another one. Wow. Look at that. You got some more? Oh, there's another one. Look at that. Look at that. Under here. That is crazy.
What?
Splinter as well. How come the splinters are on top of the 20mm? Some more? Okay, I've got a lot of splinters there. Another one. Wow. Let's take that away. Check out here. This is exciting. This is Eagle Eyes in a nutshell. Come on, check it out.
Wait.
Oh, it's probably just some. Oh, look at that. There we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 German 20mm cartridges. That is crazy. That is exactly why the Germans were here. They tried to protect themselves against the Red Army. And I think it would be impossible to see the date behind these because it's so corroded.
Yeah.
But let me hold it like this, and then see for yourself. This is exactly where the German crews fought for their life, and the Red Army coming from straight ahead there. I don't know what to say. It's just fantastic. Thank you, Eagle Eyes, for your luck, because without your luck, we never would have found this. Did you know that you can become a World War II History Hunter team member, and the artifacts here could be passed on to you in this manner and fashion here by creating beautiful World War II dioramas and displays? You can be the future keeper of something very, very special by the history and the history hunting that we share together. Check out the link in the video description. You can click that and you can become a Patreon team member if you want to. Different kind of perks with For Your Eyes Only videos, travel vlogs, restoration projects, all of that good stuff. And if you want to know more, check out the supporter videos in the beginning of each month. But now let's continue our little adventure. That is a part of a Panzerfaust Klein, I think. Let me show you an image of that. That's just a tube piece that belonged to that. The rest is not here, so I think it's been blasted or damaged. Right here now, you can't see it that easy. That is actually a trench, running trench, and it's a running trench that the Germans put up here. And they put that up here because, well, they needed to protect themselves. They also had fighting positions here. So this is right smack where the battle was going on. So trying to do it slow, as gentle as we can, because we never know what's going to come up. There is a piece there. That is a rock. And I think the piece is up here. And you have another candidate for the millions of pieces that are here. And you can imagine, let me show you this. This is where we are. So all of this, the Red Army fired millions of these within a few days. And that is why we find several millions of the shrapnel or these pieces here. Just want to show you something here. This is a Soviet artillery shell raining down on the Germans. Look at the size of that thing. See that? My hands? That is scary. Very, very scary. Imagine this coming flying down at you at hundreds of kilometers per hour and hitting your friends or yourself. That is devastating. That hitting you, you're gone. And when you see these, it's just metal, twisted metal, but they cannot say so much, because imagine the havoc of being here as a young soldier, Friedrich or Reinhard or Paul or Andreas. Just imagine being one of these guys with this raining down on you and you have nowhere to go. It is crazy. A little piece of Soviet rifle cartridges, Moisi Nagant. It's right there.
Moisi Nagant.
Moisi Nagant. Very, very corroded, but proof that the Red Army actually came to this spot. Yes, indeed, the Soviets, they came, they took over and chased the Germans out from there, and the rest is, as we say, history. These are PPSH-41 submachine gun cartridges from the Russians. These are the shrapnel pieces, and it all took place just on a couple of small ridges. And this area is amazing. We're going to definitely show you more from this position or this location. Also, here are some of the dioramas or shadow boxes that we create. Me and Eagle Eyes, my son, we do these, and we actually pass them on to all our supporters on the Patreon team. The team members, they benefit by getting this and some behind scenes videos, special perks For Your Eyes Only videos, restoration projects, travel vlogs, all of that. So you can check out the link in the video description for becoming a Patreon team member. And actually each and every team member will in the end be the proud owner of some of the historical pieces that we find out there, because we restore them, we put them into context, and you know, having a piece like that from a very, very famous aircraft, well, it's pretty special, and you get a better context and a nearer, closer contact towards history. And that is what I want, because I have a little motto: history is everywhere. And by doing this, it will be out there amongst you guys and girls, and that is what we hope. So you can have a piece of history, so you can say, I was there together with the History Hunter team. All right, we'll be back. So thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, commenting. It's greatly appreciated. All you have to do, you can help us out by watching the videos in full, and then the YouTube algorithm will help us out to reach more people. Well, we'll meet you out there in the next episode of the Eastern Front World War II metal detecting, and I think you'd be surprised what is actually out there. Stay safe, keep smiling, and bye bye.